Yeah, I like that. Well, and you mentioned in your bio, being a big fan of L.M. Montgomery, who of course wrote Anne of Green Gables, the
Yes.
series. So Gilbert Blythe, I consider a cinnamon roll hero,
Oh,
perhaps the
yes.
ultimate
The
and
ultimate.
just amazing. So
Gosh.
since you're a huge fan of Anne of Green Gables and supposedly, I assume, Gilbert, what's your favorite kind of hero to write? Do you gravitate towards cinnamon roll heroes or do you prefer alpha heroes?
That is a great question. I've never really thought about it before. I don't know that I write alphas. That's a very special type of hero that can either be very well done, where it's like the sexiest thing you've ever read, or you are like, why is this man not in jail right now? So I think what I like, even if my heroes are a little bit more alpha, inside they're always a cinnamon roll. I guess I'll just say it. I'm a pretty big feminist. Consent is a big thing for me in my books. So I have a hard time writing a hero being toxic or
hmm
predatory. That's just not my jam. I'm not here to kink shame anybody. But so I think even if my heroes sometimes come across as a bit alpha, they are always a cinnamon roll on the inside. I can't
Right.
not write the gooey center. All in all, I just can't write a hero who's not maybe at his core, at least a good person, if that answers your question.
Yeah, it does, absolutely. And it makes sense. I do think there's this whole spectrum of alpha heroes who have no sense of their own emotions, and then the book is like teaching them that they have emotions. And then are they aware of their sense of responsibility for other people and emotional responsibility for other people? And then there's people,
Yes.
heroes who know they have emotions, but just are struggling with how do I communicate about this?
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah.
that's hard sometimes to layer all of those things together successfully. Yeah, it can be a fine line sometimes, which is why I love
Yeah.
reading other people's books to see how they do it. Uh,
Absolutely. All right. Well, one more question before we go to the love it or leave it game.
okay.
In the Sweet Valley High series, was there one of the twins that you identified more with?
Absolutely, Elizabeth. I Jessica was so fun to read, but it gave me anxiety sometimes, the things that she would say and do. I'm just like, why is she being so mean? Why? She's so privileged. She's so lucky, and she's not treating people as good as Elizabeth was a bit of a Mary Sue. It's almost like if the two of them came together, they'd be kind of a perfect person. They're two very much like the
Yeah.
little angel on the shoulder and the little devil on the shoulder. I don't know. I loved them both, but as far as who did I relate to most, probably Elizabeth. I was a pretty good kid.